This is a reflective post about a primary research trip I did into Kendal and the importance of it to my project and its development. So I basically thought I had the answer sort of sussed out in my head about the cycle of how society views disfigurement, and I wanted to almost prove my point by doing this questionnaire. And basically, I got an image of someone that was one of Europe's most wanted, and I also got a picture of a man who had been attacked by a meat cleaver and had scars all over his face. So my question was, which one of these two men do you think has a criminal record? So I went into public with this question, and I thought that my answer would pretty much clarify what I was trying to get across with my answer. That they would pick the person with the scar, and that he's the one that is seen as suspicious. However, when doing this questionnaire and asking a bunch of people, it came very apparent that people were making comments like, "Oh, you're tricking me with this one. I'm going to go with the other guy instead," or "Oh, I can't really say. I don't feel right saying," or and stuff like this. And I went to a charity shop and asked a woman behind the desk, and she said, "Well, actually, recently with my work, we went to a workshop where you learned about how not to judge people on their looks. It's basically a course about political correctness." And I had looked into political correctness quite early on in this project and how that would affect it, but it kind of died down because I just didn't think it had much relevance. But however, from doing this, I can see how strong political correctness is when it comes to stuff like this. People don't want to say what they're thinking because it's not viewed as correct, it's not viewed as right. So I think that in this cycle, that political correctness could possibly be a blockage, and that, well, with more political correctness, the likelihood um, of this cycle continuing would be would is one day might cease to exist because of how strongly political correctness is put into that situation. So from doing this, it's really helped me see a different side to this project and to think a bit differently about being thinking I have the answer when I clearly don't, and there's a lot more to it than what my initial thought was. So I think this has really helped me as a creative person because it's made me go out again and try new things. And it's actually from going and doing this, when I thought I was right, by doing this again, it's completely changed my view in this project, completely changed my answer and what I think my answer could be. So next time I approach something like this, I'm going to make sure that I constantly am looking for other ways that to influence me, such as primary research, especially when you're talking about society and their opinions. Primary research, going out and asking people, is one of the best things you can do, and it's just from doing this, your opinion can change straight away. So I think in the future that is something that I'm going to have to stick to rather than doing it once or twice and thinking, yes, I've got the answers from doing that. And I need to make it a constant thing, constantly looking for something new, and not just assuming I've got the answer. So that's my reflective post about the primary research visit in Kendal.